Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. No, it's not. It's Vlogs About Nothing. That's what it is. You feel me? Anyways, thank you for watching the channel. I really appreciate it. If you're not already, take a couple seconds and subscribe, or at least consider doing such. It helps the channel grow out a lot. And thanks when thanks is due, credit when credit is needed. The Democrats have officially welcomed influencers to ask questions during the presidential debate, which will be happening here in a few days. A part of me is like super giddy about that. The Democrats, have are making a real good effort to appease people that are going to need to get out to the polls to vote. These include Gen Z and Alpha. Millennials are somewhere in there too. We're kind of already forgot about, I think, because we're right in the middle of all of what's going down, you feel me? Or at least that's how sometimes I feel about it. But nonetheless, influencers will be welcomed by the DNC in Chicago in just a few days to ask questions, specifically to the incumbent, the current sitting president of the United States, Joe Biden. And I think it's a pretty good strategy since President Biden joined TikTok. According to an article released yesterday, he's amassed, somewhere around 380,000 followers, and the campaign just started that account. I feel like it's kind of, you know, I mean, it's nice that he's on TikTok, obviously, right? But I do believe TikTok like might not even be around in the future. So kind of like a last sort of ditch effort to, gather some support within that sort of local community that's on TikTok. You know what I mean? But it's definitely a step in the right direction. I think anytime political parties welcome questions from what otherwise would be forgotten constituents, and at least influencers are now in a position of which they can act, in accordance with like who watches them and what they value and some of the tough questions that concern everybody under the age of 50. Social, impactful, meaningful questions that a person over the age of 50 simply couldn't dream up if they wanted to. This is just experience in life, experience and circumstantial, perspective of where we land in life and at what age and at what time. That's all that it is. It's nothing hateful. It's nothing weird. It's just there's no representation for young people, especially like again anyone under the age of 50. The other day I thought it was 45, but there's so many more people that aren't being represented simply because of their age, I feel like. And again, I've never really heard that argument before, like so kind of just out there, like straight up, like it's socioeconomically speaking and things like of this nature, but I think predominantly too, it really is time to start discussing like age limits with presidents, and just because the relevancy of which they bring, to their party is just it's just not fitting everyone's needs, But again, the Democrats welcoming influencers to ask questions during the debate is a good first step to trying to bring in younger people to the table to have a conversation about things that matter, definitely things that matter. And so, again, shout to them. I thought it was really cool to see the articles trending yesterday about that particular sort of event. And Donald Trump said he wasn't even going to participate in a presidential debate. So I think it should be kind of interesting that, he's in fact going to. And Donald Trump is a member of the National Forensic League. I also do believe he's a member of the Catholic Forensic League. He's a trained speaker, obviously, but moreover, he's also a speech and debate pupil, right? And so he was an active participant and competitor in speech and debate. And so, notably, so is Bill Clinton, so there are a lot of former presidents who are actually a part of both the Catholic Forensic League, the CFL, and the National Forensic League, the NFL, which again reminds me of like WWF type of stuff, like World Wildlife Fund, and the fact that they like took down World Wrestling Federation. You can't even mention, I am I supposed, no, WWF, I'm about you, okay? Like World Wildlife Fund. That's all I'm saying. NFL in this country, way before the National Football League, there was a national, there is a National Forensic League. And that's all I'm saying. So we were here first, the National Forensic League. Just throwing that out there. But seriously, I think we're all going to be watching the debates. I think it's all going to be an interesting sort of time, even if the questions are, pre-selected and all these other things. Just the fact that influencers are going to have an opportunity to ask the sitting president of our country questions is pretty cool. I think that's a good thing. Definitely a good first step in the direction moving forward. And I know that over the next, 4 years, 5 if you include the rest of this year, people are going to be very interested, in definitely what's happened and what's transpired as a result of this particular debate. Obviously, going into the home stretch of election time. So exciting. Not really, I mean, it is what it is, but it's fun to talk about, and I wouldn't have it any other way. We'll continue to talk about nothing every single day, and I look forward to it. So I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Be safe out there, and yeah, shout out to them influencers who are going to be in the position to ask this dude some questions. I think that's really cool, right? So use it on up. Take that opportunity to ask some questions. You feel me? Have a good night, everyone. Bye.